What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the boxing clinic and more. Talking some football, some NFL talk. I'm gonna implement some more social talk. Current events. Of course, football. Maybe do some college football. But today we're talking about some NFL predictions. Surprising teams. Teams that may fail. Playoffs, Super Bowl predictions, all that good ish before Kansas City and New England takes off. This is strictly for fun. As a disclaimer, don't go and bet the house on my predictions. At least in football, and then come back and try to kill me. Boxing, the predictions is a little bit more accurate because I'm just going off the top with the NFL. But, a team in the NFC I think will surprise to me. I think it's going to be the Atlanta Falcons. A lot of people think the Atlanta Falcons are going to have a down year this year, because of the Super Bowl hangover. I think they get better when they get Desmond Trufant back, and they got Don Terry Poe up front. Now he's in a 4-3 base defense. Look for him to be a little bit more disruptive in the pass rushing game and have a breakout year as well. Our defense is young. A lot of people put the blame on the defense. The blame was on the offensive coordinator for not pounding that ball against New England. But I think they're gonna be the number one seed in the NFC again. I could be wrong. A surprising team in the AFC for me. I think it's the Los Angeles Chargers. Melvin Gordon had a breakout year and got injured and kind of went under the radar last year. And they got Jason Verrett, Casey Hayward. Jason Verrett is a good corner. Casey Hayward is one of the best, got some of the best ball skills in the game. Very underrated. He was a top 100 player in the NFL, top 100 this year. And I don't understand why Green Bay let him go. But, they fit the scheme, be able to run the ball. I know they're missing Mike Williams, but, the little tight end, Henry, and Antonio Gates is going to control the middle of the field. Henry going to be able to still be young and athletic and stretch the field. I like them to be a surprising team. A disappointment team out the NFC. It's tough to tell. A lot of people think Tampa is going to be a team that's on the rise. I think they're going to disappoint. Ability not to have a muscle hamster, Doug Martin early on, not be able to run the ball. The offensive line is still piss poor, still a work in progress. And you have to block to be able to get the ball downfield to Mike Evans and D-Jack. And they secondary didn't look good in the preseason. I understand it's the preseason. But, I think they're going to disappoint. I'm not saying 5-11. I think they're going to be around the 7-9 mark, 8-8 mark. AFC, the team destined, destined to take a large step back. I think this is going to be, it's a couple teams, the complete NFC East, besides the Patriots. But if you want to get Pacific, I think the Indianapolis Colts are going to fail expectations. Just from a personnel standpoint, they get no better anywhere. Still haven't got luck or run game. Got rid of Philip Dorsett, didn't work out there. They got to change their philosophy. They got to, come with a little bit more shorter routes, similar to what the Patriots do, and what the Carolina Panthers are going to try to mimic this year as well. That's another team that I could see, continuing to get better. And excuse me, I'm outside. Continuing to get better, but I think the Colts, Andrew Luck's injury and them putting zero talent around him, he can't carry the team on his back like that. He ain't Peyton Manning. But talk about MVPs and stuff. I'm not gonna get into that. That's just so subjective and all that stuff. But playoff teams starting. Let's do the honors in the AFC. I think New England is probably gonna be the number one seed. I think Pittsburgh would be number 2. I think the AFC South winner will be the Tennessee Titans, in my opinion. I don't know how Deshaun Watson and, Savage is going to play. I like Tennessee, man. Being able to block up front, being able to, run the ball, and, hopefully they passing game gets better with the receivers, Corey Davis and Eric Decker, Matthews and all that good stuff, man. Hopefully they continue to thrive over there. But I like them. In the AFC West, I'm gonna pick the Raiders. In my opinion, the wild cards, in my opinion, will be Los Angeles Chargers, and I'm gonna go ahead and say the Cincinnati Bengals, in my opinion. And those would be the set over there. And if you go to the NFC, in my opinion, number 1 is gonna be Atlanta. I said that already. Number 2, with the acquisition of Sheldon Richardson, I think that just make that Seattle defense that was kind of downtrend. I think they're going to uptrend, man. They number 2 this year. I thought Arizona was going to win was going to win that division. I was wrong, with Sheldon Richardson. I like him. NFC East, I like Dallas still. I just never liked Eli as a regular season quarterback. But he did his thing in his playoff last year. He always showed up in the playoffs. If he plays in the regular playoffs like he did in the regular season, I would pick New York. But no running game and a piss poor offensive line. And the NFC North, man, it's kind of difficult, man. Vikings have no offense. It really hinges on Dalvin Cook and, what he can do. Because Treadwell didn't show up last year. They got the Adam Thielen dude and, a couple other guys. The other good receiver from Maryland. I forget his name. But Sam Bradford, I just don't trust him, especially without a number one running back. And last year, that's where they fell apart at, man. I'm going to go with Green Bay, even though their defense is piss poor. I'm a Lions fan, but, it's just they got a lot of hope. Lions, if they run the ball well, Lions can win the division, but they haven't ran the ball well since Barry Sanders. So I'm going to go with Green Bay, wild card, Arizona, and I'm going to say Carolina Panthers. And in my opinion, I think Atlanta returns to the Super Bowl. This time, I'm not going with the conventional wisdom of the New England Patriots. I think the expectations will just too many injuries, and I think they're the ones going to have the Super Bowl hangover. Not saying they missed the playoffs. Obviously, I picked them to make the playoffs. But I don't think it's going to be the Oakland Raiders either, man. I think it's going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Atlanta Falcons. Super Bowl that people thought to get last year, high offense. I take Atlanta to overcome the Super Bowl hangover, 34-31. We gone.